Hey man, why so sad? Are you okay? Is it about the Leafs? They can still make it. They now have a 13% chance of making the playoffs. Is it already golfing season? Why? The Leafs started out good this season. They had ups and downs. The Leafs started out good this season. They had ups and downs. Were once second in the division, third overall, and then in the sum of 2 weeks, they lose 8 straight games in a row and could now kiss the playoffs goodbye. Whoa, man, that is heavy duty. So, are you gonna be talking about why the Leafs suck, or, or like, what are you gonna talk about? The Leafs don't suck, okay? The problem is they're making mistakes and like, well, for the longest time, of these mistakes have cost them, to be quite honest, and it's really been disappointing for the loyal Leaf fans, not the haters or the bandwagon people, the loyal Leaf fans. It's been a real disappointing season at this point, and to go back a couple of years, the Leafs were in a postseason position, and then they lose 22 of their last 29 games. Last year, they make the playoffs, go to Game 7, and are up against Boston Bruins, the last place team they want to play against. And they actually take it to the Bruins. They actually poke the bear, and they're winning 4-1 in Game 7. It's like, is this really going to happen? Is this really going to happen, Brett Favre? And it goes, yeah, not sure if you know how it turns out, but it's not good for the Leafs. Anyways, the reason for why we're in this position now is for various reasons. One, leadership. All right, Dion Phaneuf as captain, he is not the guy. Uh, like he's not the guy. Or he's been called Princess Pylon. I call him Triple P, Princess Pylon Phaneuf. All right. Like Sundin, Gilmore, Sittler, those were great Leaf captains. In today's NHL, you got Chara from Boston, who's 6'9", gets energy from Coca-Cola, and is like, "I hold you together in bear hug." And then you got Jonathan Toews from Chicago, who fully body checks a young fan, but he makes up for it by winning 2 Stanley Cups, and he's Jonathan Toews. And then Sidney Crosby, who's a bit of a whiner, but so was Wayne Gretzky, and Gretzky became known as the Great One, and Crosby is considered the best player in the world. The next order of business is Carlisle and his tactics. All right, he's trying to make some fisticuff team but they're not rough and tumble. They're fast, skilled players, so play them like that, and you might have more success than you already have had when you've done that. Also, with James Reimer and calling out his goalie, saying he was okay, and Reimer's lost all confidence in himself, so don't be doing that. Also, stop yelling at your players time after time, shift after shift, all right? If you want to get the best out of your team, sometimes you just need to give them an old pat on the back and say, "Hey, next time you'll get it." Next is discipline. All right, the Leafs this season have got outshot constantly, rely on their top line, have had their goalies pummeled with so many shots faced. They turn the puck over way too often, and they take stupid penalties, and basically they're shooting themselves in the foot. That's why they're losing all these games. Alright, all these games are winnable, and it's because of these mistakes that they're in this situation. They shouldn't be. Alright, like for the longest time they're like trying to get the puck back, and when they finally do, they're like, oh, what's this? Is this a puck? Oh, here you go. And also taking stupid penalties and not showing discipline is costing their team, and also not starting the game, falling behind, and always playing catch up, and sometimes you do it and sometimes you don't. And as it turns out, in all these games they haven't been able to make the comeback. And you can't play like that. You gotta start a whole game, play a full game, play a full effort, and that's how you have real success. And this goes out to the organization. Alright, you need to really take this into consideration. Alright, us Leaf fans have been let down way too often, and it's like considerations of our views need to be taken into action. Okay. Like, everybody likes a winner, right? In all sports, you got the New England Patriots, the Boston Red Sox, the Yankees. Those are all winning teams. Everybody likes a winner. Airheads like winners, and look at it. They're airheads. So, like, come on, like, take into consideration also defense. To be quite honest, the Leafs stink at defense, to be quite honest. Like Swiss cheese, really bad Swiss cheese, and I hate cheese, and that's what it's starting to smell like at this point. So get 2 to 3 solid defensemen to help out Phaneuf, because like unfortunately he's gonna be here for a while, 7 years. So get the best out of him. Get some help. Help out the young players, and move on from there. Also, like, whoa, man, those are some good views, but have you like trying and get how do you plan on getting them across? Like, have you talked to your dad, your uncle, the animal life, about this guy named Bill I heard about it, and what about this banker Chris? Yeah, I did think about it, but look at it. Habs fan, their cats. Bill's been out of the picture for like 10 years, and yes, my banker Chris. All right, he suggested I get it. Put my views on the fan base, connect with like fellow loyal Leaf fans, and like try and like work this all together and get our voices heard with the organization and take us seriously, because like if because like the Leafs aren't a bad team. All right, we can beat anyone we set our mind to, as long as we play a game, start a game, put an effort in. All right, get some defensive help on the back end, get a new captain, be more of a money management team, and just get the right attitude. All right, and maybe one day we will host the cup and have the cup on with our name on it. Yes, Brett Favre, it is very exciting, isn't it? Yeah, so go Leafs go, and thank you.